Today we are looking at a kind of problem called the alphametic, in which you have been given a sum like this: ACB plus ACC equals BAA. Only thing is you don't know what A, B, and C are. In a way, this also can be a kind of an algebra puzzle. The conditions that you have been told is that A, B, and C can take any value from 1 to 9, but A, B, and C cannot be equal to each other. So they are all unique numbers. The first approach, in fact, I tried a little bit of this approach, was that keep the value of A as 1 and then take the value of B as 2 and then 3. And if that doesn't work out, which I don't think it will work out, then you can take A's value, keep the A's value as 1 and take B's value as 3 and 4. And then if that doesn't work out, A's value as 1, B's value as 4 and 5, and so on and so forth, okay? And then if all the 1 values for A is exhausted, take A as 2, then B as 1 and C as 3, and then try again. And really speaking, that's not a very smart method to use unless you're using a computer to do the calculation, because that's going to be time consuming. And since we are mathematicians, so to say, we should find a better way of doing it. So how should we do that? We can look at the question itself carefully. See, most of the time, the answer to puzzles, answer to numerical problems lies in understanding the question very clearly. Okay, so let's look at the question very clearly. What can we understand about these values A, B, and C by looking at these values? Of course, it goes without saying that carryover is allowed, and carryover has to be allowed because if you have values of two numbers greater than 5, and when you add them, obviously you are going to get a value greater than 10, so there will be some what do you call, carryovers. Okay, so carryovers are accepted. So let's just write that down. So first thing we understand is carryovers. There are going to be carryovers. Okay, what else can we understand? Which number is likely to be the greatest number between A, B, and C? Can you guess that? Any ideas, guys? Between
I guess 4. I think so.
No, I'm not asking about specific numbers. Maybe you're right, I don't know. But I'm saying which numbers which number is likely to be the greatest among these? Is there
Like that.
Is there any order that we can give for that? Just as an investigation. See, I would say that A plus A is equal to B.
Sir, I think B should be the biggest.
Yeah, so I don't know if it is the biggest, but I can definitely say that B is going to be greater than A, right?
Yes, sir.
We can say that. Any more relationships that are coming out? C and C are adding up to make A.
Sir, so A would be bigger than C.
So we can also say that A is going to be bigger than C. Any idea about the relationship between B and C?
So B would be bigger because A is only bigger than C. So
A is bigger than C.
So B would obviously be bigger than C.
Are we sure about this?
Yes.
So B is greater than A, correct. A is greater than C, correct. So therefore,
B is greater than C.
So B will also be greater than C. Okay, we have some information now. We can be sure about this because the mathematics tells us that. Um, uh, okay, so now we have this information. Now, what else can we find out? Is there anything else we can find out, or do you suggest any numbers to try? So this clearly will not work, right? because B has to be, okay, wait, B is greater than A, so that's fine. But B is not
But in
greater than
every
C.
number,
Yeah, so
I mean every alphabet.
this won't work
Yes.
because C has to be less than B, and C in this case is greater than B. So any suggestions? What are the first set of values we can try? Any ideas? Any bright ideas? Tell me any random set of values that you think might work. Like, for example, I thought that maybe I can keep B as being 2, okay, and A as being 1. Why did I do that? Because I thought 1 plus 1 will be equal to 2. But then I'm almost sure that there is going to be a carryover that comes over here, right? So 1 plus 1 will not be equal to 2. It has to be something more than 2, right? So I thought, okay, then in that case, why not try this as being 3? Okay. Now, if
So,
A
but
is,
how 3?
no, I thought that A plus A is equal to B, right? So
Yes.
here I got then 1 plus 1 will be equal to 3, but then there is a carryover.
Oh, yes, sir.
So since I have to add the carryover, I thought, okay, why not just keep it as 3? Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 5, I don't know. But I was just trying something out. Okay. So I took it as 3. And then I realized that B plus C, okay, B is 3 plus C should be equal to A with a carryover. And A I kept as 1. So the carryover over here should be 1.
Yeah.
Are you able to follow what I'm trying to say? If you don't understand, you can ask me. See, because let us say that the largest two numbers that are possible for B and C are 8 plus 9. Okay, 8 plus 9 will be equal to 17, right? So the largest carryover number that is possible is also 1 only. Did you get my argument? No?
Yes.
Kind of.
sir.
Kind of. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, so what I realized then was that these carryovers are actually going to be just 1. They're always going to be 1. You follow? Because the biggest numbers that are possible are 8 and 9. If I add even 8 and 9, I'm only getting 17. So the carryover numbers are always going to be 1. I started off with that assumption. It seems like a fairly clear assumption to me. So if B plus C is going to be equal to A and 1 over here, that means it's 11. Is that clear?
No, sir. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, very good. That's what I want. I want people to ask. If you didn't get it, didn't get it. Tell me, then I'll repeat it. See, I'm just going to substitute B's value over here. Okay, I'm going to say let B is equal to 3. And I don't know what is the value of C so far. Okay, but what I know is A's value is 1. And there's going to be a carryover of 1. So B plus C should be equal to 11. Get it?
Yes, sir. Now it's
Right? B plus C should be 11. Only then I'll get a 1 over here, which is what A is, and a carryover over there. Okay? So
yes, sir. Got it.
if B plus C is 11 and B is 3, so I'll put it separately over here. I say B plus C should be 11. And we know the value for 3. B is 3. Sorry, we know the value for B, it is 3. What plus 3 is
C
equal to
has to
11?
be 8.
C has to be
8.
8. Okay. So, right, we seem to be making some progress. So I said C's value, let it be 8. Now the thing is, I have to test the whole thing out. It's not that it should work only for these two values. it should work for everything else. Okay, so if I substitute it for this value, then A is 1, C is 8, and B is 3. A is 1, C is 8, and C is again 8. Okay, so now 8 and 3 is 11. Very good, excellent. 1 is 3. 8 and 8 is 16 plus 1 is 17. Bah. Game over. Because
So, but
7 is wrong. Correct? B is correct. B worked out fine. A worked out fine, but there is no 7 anywhere. It's supposed to be 311. So this is incorrect. Yeah.
It says that C should be the smallest number, right? But we are making C the biggest. Why?
So that is another thing that I also noticed, that according to my condition, what I recognized is that C has to be smaller than B, but over
Yes,
here
sir.
C is greater than B.
Sir,
Okay.
and A is also greater than C. So C is the smallest.
A is also greater than C. Yeah, C has to be the smallest. So if you look at it both ways, even when I worked out the numbers, or according to the conditions that we ourselves identified, neither way the sum works out. So now what should I do? That's the next thing. I think
So
you,
C and A could be exchanged.
if
The
C,
numbers could be.
very good idea. That's another way to try it. Okay, so let's now do that. I'm going to use this part which didn't work out. And you're saying exchange C and A, right?
Yes, sir.
So I make A as 8. Oh, sorry, wrong color. It's okay, bear with me. And C as 1.
Yeah.
So now according to our conditions, everything is right. But you
No,
see,
sir.
that one,
A is greater. Then B should be greater than A.
B should be greater than A. So I should
Yes.
exchange once more.
Yep.
You think I can make B 8 and
A3, yeah.
okay. Okay, so all right, I did that too. But do you think the sum is going to work out right? Because B plus C should be
3.
B plus C. 8
No?
plus 1 is 9. There won't be any
Oh, yeah.
carry over.
Yes, sir.
So if there is no
So I
carry,
guess in the sum there are smaller numbers. Like we should use smaller numbers.
we should use smaller and smaller numbers.
Yeah.
So what I did next was um, I tried to sort of um, keep the. So I'll tell you what I tried next. Okay, just 1 second.
So,
So
so you got the actual answer. You
yeah, I
tried
did.
to work
I
it
did. I
out.
did. I did.
Oh.
What I next did was just one moment. What I did next was I took 2 and I took 5. Okay, and then I said B plus C should be equal to 12, right? Because B is 5. I don't know what is C. A is 2. So there should be 2 here and 1 up here, 12. So C's value should obviously then be 7.
But then again, we are not
We are
the C
not,
greater.
so
Yeah.
it's not working out still. Why? Because C is becoming greater than
Great.
B.
So we can switch sides. Like
No, the
B
switching doesn't help. We'll keep the value for
C is small. We should keep the value for C a little small.
C's value should be the smallest. Wait,
Yeah.
let us just write the order over here. I'm getting a little confused. Let us write it in terms of which is the biggest number. So in descending order. So if you write it in descending order,
Then
which will be the largest number? B
BAC. It should be
greater than C,
A greater than
which is greater than A. Am I right?
no, A is greater than C.
BAC, not BCA.
Yeah, it
Ah,
should be B.
A is
BAC.
greater than C. Is that right?
So A should be greater, no?
How can you say that?
No, because C plus C is equals to A. So I guess A should be greater than the C.
No, but that C plus C is equal to A is with a crossover.
Oh, yeah, so I guess then C should be only greater.
Yeah, I think that particular one which we did, I think
That's a mistake, yeah. So
yeah, that might be a
like,
mistake.
C
Okay.
should be greater.
So okay. Anyway, so right then I think that because this conditions that I wrote down over here, that's something that I added just today. So I haven't had a good time to look at it. What I basically did was I just continued to change the value over here. So I worked with that principle that B plus C should be something with a carryover, and then kept some value for A and B and see if I could tweak it. So if I keep it like this now, I test it out, 275 and 277. So this comes out to be 12, 7 2s are 14 plus 1, 15. And then 2 plus 2, 4 and 5, yeah, 5, 552. But that's also not correct because it should come as 522.
Yeah, and D should be greater. We are making that mistake.
No, the greater lesser, you don't worry about that. I think there was a mistake over there. We can only say B is greater than A for sure. The other two conditions, I think they are not really valid. So let us forget about this entire thing, except the carryover part. The carryover part counts. So now, when I was doing this, I realized something. Okay, the middle number, no, over here, that middle number was actually shrinking closer and closer to 2. I think in the previous one we got 7,
Yeah.
and in this one we got 5. So
Right.
somehow I felt that I was heading in the right direction. And
Then I think then next should be 3, like the middle number.
yeah, but let's see. Okay, I kept A as 3, and then I said 3 plus 3 will be 6, and then plus 1 will be 7. So B's value can be 7. Okay, if B's value is 7, then 7 plus something should be equal to
6.
13.
Yeah, 6.
So that will be 6. Okay, and of course when I did that, I got 367 plus, this is all
I
plus
think it's right.
366.
366. So then I got 6 2s are 12 plus 1 13, 3. 6 2s are 12 plus 1 13, 3. And 3 plus 3
Yeah.
plus 1 7.
Then I told you B should be greater than C.
Yeah.
See, it's working out.
Yeah. So eventually we figured out that the condition that we had put was correct, but I was just not sure whether I had anticipated it correctly, calculated it correctly or not. So one of the solutions that works for this problem is A is equal to 3, B is equal to 7, and C is equal to 6. So that's how this alphametic was solved. So the way, usually it's like this, when we try to discuss a problem like this as a group together, it sounds way more complicated than actually it is. If you sit down and you try it out by yourself, you will see some pattern. in this case, what happened was the pattern that I saw was the middle number was shrinking.
Yeah, 753.
Yeah, it was 7, and then when I changed A to 3, then it became 5. When I changed A to when I changed A to 2, it became 5. Then A to 3, it became 3, and magically the other numbers also automatically kind of shrunk to the correct size. So that was my clue, and that is how I figured it out. I still don't understand it completely well, in the sense I can't like clearly tell people how it was solved, but it was because of an recognition of numbers, thinking about the puzzle, and spending some time looking at it. And when you did that, you arrive at your at your own solution, and it's very interesting when that happens. There are lots of such alphametric puzzles that are there, um, which is available on the internet, and there are sites that do only alphametric puzzles, and it will be a good idea if you have a look at a few of them. The conditions
What's
are
the
almost,
site's name?
I'll send you the link to one of the sites immediately. But if you try some of those alphametric puzzles, I think you will understand more how it works. Sometimes the alphametric puzzles can be very interesting, in the sense that um, it can uh, be actually coded messages. So you can write something. I think the one that I saw was, I'll just tell you in a moment. So just to repeat that, it is possible to make alphametric or cryptarithms like this, which is SEND plus MORE. And when you add those up, it should make MONEY. So it's like send more money. And there are 8 unique letters over here. So each one of those letters should have one unique value from 0 to 9. That may be a more difficult kind of alphametric to solve, but I'm sure there are more that can be explored by you people.